Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Italian, and welcome back to Willy Morgan in the Curse of Bone Town. This is Act 10 when we last left off. We got to this lighthouse, and we were exploring around.
It's the old lighthouse of Bonetown. It must be nearly identical to what it was originally. Then some piece was added during subsequent maintenance, but I guess its basic function remained unchanged. It's the opening to access the actual lighthouse. Now I know how it works. You just have to turn it on and guide it. It's a rudimentary control box. I think it adjusts the position of the lighthouse. There's a sort of map with coordinates, but there are no other indications. It doesn't work if the lighthouse is off.
Well, let's go down for now. Now, please be very careful when you do this. Honestly, I thought something was going to happen to the bridge while we were on it, but I guess we were wrong. And as usual, I have checked for some extra stuff in the walkthrough, both to catch up on things I missed, and to guarantee I have at least one step ahead. And as for something I missed, scissors on the Willy poster.
It could be a good idea. Now I have a nice pair of cardboard eyes.
Guess what we're using those for? I figured it was going to be something like that. Okay, so we missed something in here. Well, we missed two things here, actually. We can actually take the bow.
It's a bow, but it's so old that the hair is worn out. I'll take it with me. If I can find a way to replace the hair, I can use the cello. It should work. Another noise. The hideout opened a little bit more. Ingenious. An alcove with sound recognition. The inventor must have been a genius. A bit better. I can just glimpse something. Maybe a piece of paper? The crack is still too narrow. I can't stick my hand inside.
Okay, other thing I missed. I kind of bypassed it again. But it's okay. I believe it's this thing.
I don't need it here.
Oh, it's this thing. Yes.
Is it possible the solution could be so easy? It seems to have worked. I won a prize.
For being smart.
Very nice.
Not that I caught on this.
Let's see what this is about. Small Teddy, property of Rock Lafitte. Rock Lafitte? Could he be the same man from my father's letter? It would seem he was a pirate with a soft heart. It'd be better to check this plush more carefully. Just as I thought, there's something hidden inside. The very smart Mr. Lafitte hid his piece of the map the only place no one would ever look for it. Better add his part of the map to the other pieces.
Nice.
I don't need this plush anymore. I hope Mr. Lafitte won't be offended.
Well, if you just put it back in there, I'm sure it's no problem. Also, I just realized another thing I missed.
It could be a good idea. Now it seems that the wanted man is Tom Rayleigh. The resemblance to me is remarkable.
Yeah. Okay, I think that was everything. Now I can go to the chicken place with these. Or I can go to Buddy to get the letter. Let's go here first. Pebbles.
A few pumice stone pebbles could come in handy. They're light but resistant.
Pumice stone. That's interesting. That's the graveyard, which we said we wanted to go look at. Is that a cow? There's a cow.
It's an old family crypt. It probably belongs to some rich family in Bonetown. Maintenance wasn't very helpful here. It's empty. There's no need to enter. White flowers. Maybe this is the only place they will grow. The place is sunny and damp at the same time. These are just the conditions the pharmacist described. I think these are just the flowers he's looking for. I hope they grew spontaneously. I don't want to take a tombstone. It's a tombstone. Surely among these must be one in remembrance of my father, but I don't know which one it is. After he vanished, we never came back here to Bonetown.
Well, that's unfortunate. You can't even go to your father's grave?
This crypt seems more recent than the others. The entrance is locked, quite rightly. Restricted access will be reserved for family members only.
Are we gonna notice the cow? No? Oh.
Somebody transformed this crypt into some sort of house. It probably became a shelter for someone.
Oh, that's not unheard of.
It doesn't seem healthy to touch these things. I hope it's just an exposition coffin that ended up here by mistake. I don't want to open a coffin.
Fair enough. Yeah, and that's all I can do in here, so let's get out of here. So we got the pharmacist's flowers. Is that the blacksmith? Yep.
He seems very busy with that car. Hello.
Hi, do you need something?
He seems very busy.
Good boy. I can see you're very perceptive.
Let's say it's one of my numerous gifts, in addition to...
I'll stop you right there. I already said you were very perceptive, and you noticed that I'm very busy. What does that tell you?
That you need my help?
Absolutely. Here's what I need now. Could you please talk to me as little as possible, at least until I'm finished with this job?
Is it a long job?
You have no idea.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Don't envy the experience. And I'm gonna leave your stuff alone because you're already kind of grumpy.
Load and shoot. It seems to be an old machine for throwing baseballs. It's an old engine, but there's no gasoline. A ship is depicted. Maybe it's some sort of allegory. I think it depicts a village with a boat getting closer. It's a beautiful stained glass window. From here I can't see it clearly. Maybe by entering the church it would be more visible.
Oh! Well, I'll speak to you first.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, son.
I was admiring the beauty of this church.
You're right. It's a real piece of art. It dates back a few centuries and is all thanks to an ancestor of mine. After he traveled across the ocean, he settled here in Bonetown. Seeing the condition of the village, he wanted to build a place of comfort for wayward souls at all costs.
What was the name of your ancestor?
Edward Drake, the first minister of the Bonetown community, upstanding guide of Bonetown's people, unblemished pastor of the community.
Yes, Father, I think I understand.
This calling has been handed down from one generation to another, right up to today.
Huh. Don't priests have to take a vow of celibacy or something along those lines? Also, that's quite a career change from piracy to priesthood.
Can you tell me anything more about Edward Drake?
My ancestor, first minister of the Bone Town community, upstanding guide of the Bone Town's people, unblemished pastor of the community.
Yes, that one.
Before coming here to Bone Town, it is said he was a skilled glassmaker. All the stained glass windows of the church are his handiwork, created by his powerful hand, fused with the sacred fire of faith, designed with the ecstasy of supreme adoration.
Yes, really beautiful.
Yes, son. Every time I look at them, the fervor of the Drakes ignites within me once again.
How are things going for the Church of Bonetown?
Under my guidance, there's nothing to fear. Unfortunately, my flock has been reduced in number, but not in the strength of its faith. There are just a few troublemakers, a few kids who still don't have the patience to listen to my small 2-hour sermons, but nothing more.
How come Bonetown is in this condition?
Progress. Bone Town remained a pure city, like when my ancestor arrived and never adapted to progress, and the latest events surely didn't help.
What events?
There are weird stories going around. Some of the faithful said they've seen people, not locals, digging around the city. We warned the mayor, who went personally to the places in question, but he found them already abandoned. Rumors say these excavations caused a hydrogeological instability that's depleting Bone Town's water supply. Fortunately, the holes were filled in again to prevent any damage to our flourishing city tourism.
What do you mean exactly by flourishing tourism?
Son, just the mere chance to visit our holy church should be good reason to come to Bone Town. Our little St. Peter.
Maybe you're exaggerating a little.
Plus, we have a lot of other pleasant attractions. Here in Bone Town, we don't lack anything. Library, museum, amusement park, one of the most famous inns of the area.
I wish I knew that earlier. I'm staying at the Dead Man Inn.
That one, precisely. Everybody envies us for it.
Who exactly envies the Dead Man Inn?
Come again, son?
Nothing, Father. I was just reflecting on my luck. What's the reason, in your opinion, for these illegal excavations?
Rumors say that under Bone Town there are veins of precious materials, and that the excavations were tests conducted by companies without city approval. The mayor would never let the city be disfigured.
What materials might be in Bonetown subsoil?
Some fantasize about golden veins. Others say it's copper or tin. I think there is nothing at all, or they would have surely realized it when they built the city. There's been no findings of any precious materials, either today or in the past. In doubt, the mayor may put some signs around that forbid excavations in all areas adjoining the town.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
You know, I'm actually kind of starting to wonder if the mysterious boss that the innkeeper works for is actually the mayor. Because I think even before the water supply dried up, Bonetown was in trouble, and he was desperate for help, and when he heard about the story about Captain Kidd's treasure, he tried to get the map for himself to find the treasure to put it into Bonetown to fix it up. But couldn't find what he needed. And if Willy's father had gotten the treasure, all that treasure would have gone to a museum. Which, they do have a museum, but it's small and it's just for Tom Rayleigh. It's for nothing else but Tom Rayleigh.
I think someone forgot this old camera here. Maybe he was disappointed by the subject. Maybe it could come in handy.
Okay.
I can't take the whole window. Interesting. Seeing such a huge ship represented on a big stained glass window is not something you see every day. I wonder from which religious source the master glassmaker took inspiration. It's accurate in every detail. Actually, now that I'm looking at it carefully, on one of the sails there are even some micro-inscriptions. It's a shame I can't get any closer.
That's interesting.
The story seems to continue. The boat is about to reach a safe haven. And in the end, a flourishing city.
Huh. Well. Out we go. Okay, I've got a camera, the flowers he wanted. Yeah, so let's go down. No, not for you. Okay, we've got the flowers for the pharmacist. The eyes for the chicken restaurant. And the posters for Buddy.
It's closed. The owner has put up a notice. I'll be right back, thanks. He actually told me he was going to the warehouse. I better try later.
I don't think I've seen a warehouse yet. I'm trying to remember what direction do I want to be in? Okay, here we are. Right outside the restaurant. But before we go in and trick him with the glasses, fake eyes, I should say, this is gonna be Curtain Call. If you enjoyed the show, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want me to know if I upload a new video. Until then, this is for me. Bye-bye.